Boom. All right, what's going on, you guys? It's Royce Jacob. Welcome back to the channel. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you about why I believe Moderna stock can pretty easily hit $100 over the coming weeks or months. Okay, so if you guys do follow the channel, you know that we have been covering Moderna a lot lately. It's probably the single stock that we have covered most over the past couple of months. So we have been following it along the journey. And if you are following Moderna, which I have to assume you are, if you are watching this video, you would know that they just announced earnings this morning, okay? So not only did they announce earnings, they definitely impressed with earnings. So prior to getting into the charts and letting you guys know what I think from a technical and price action perspective, we'll just quickly look at a brief recap of their earnings. And I'll just let you guys know what I think. And feel free to let me know what your guys' interpretation of this is as well down in the comments. Love talking shop with you guys. All right. So CNBC article, Moderna shares surge after FDA approves coronavirus vaccine for phase 2 trial. Just again, earnings were just released today. This article was published today, obviously. Okay, so key points. The FDA has approved Moderna's coronavirus vaccine candidate for phase 2 trial, the company announced Thursday. The company said it will begin the next round of trials with 600 participants shortly and is finalizing plans for a phase 3 trial as early as the end of this summer. Shares of Moderna surged on the news. All right, so shares surged, rightfully so. This is great news. This is very promising news. From what I've seen, again, only from what I've seen, they are far and away beyond any of the other competitors in the space, with a lot more with a lot more money as well, because they were given that $500 million grant from the U.S. government. Okay, so I know Fauci. I don't have that article I don't have that article up right now, but I do know that Fauci is a big proponent of Moderna as well, and a big believer in the fact they will succeed. So that's huge. Again, they have that $500 million in funding from the White House. I'll read a little bit of this article. Shares of Moderna surged Thursday after it announced the FDA cleared its coronavirus vaccine for a phase 2 trial, what the company called a crucial step. Okay, so yeah, again, phase 2 trial going on to phase 3. Which is the final step, as if you guys aren't familiar with that. But phase 3 is the final step before actually going into production. Okay, so Moderna said it will begin phase 2 trials with 600 participants shortly and is finalizing plans for a phase 3 trial as early as this summer. We are accelerating manufacturing scale up, and our partnership with Lonza puts us in a position to make and distribute as many vaccine doses of mRNA 1273 as possible, should it prove to be safe and effective, CEO Stephanie Bancel said in a statement. The company hopes to start a phase 3 trial early this summer here, which would line up for approval for public sales as soon as 2021. Okay, so again, it wouldn't actually hit the market until 2021. But again, from what I've seen, they are far ahead of all the other competitors in the space, with an actual tangible, promising vaccine in the pipeline. Okay, so obviously, until news of, I don't think Moderna can actually hit. I think, okay, I'll say this. I think that Moderna can probably hit $500 to $1,000 per share. Obviously, taking market cap into consideration and share price currently, I think it can probably hit at least $500 per share upon the news of a successful vaccine. Consider phase 3 trial successful, they're actually going to production. They obviously have that partnership with Lonza that I just mentioned, the very large Swedish pharmaceutical manufacturing company, to produce like 1 billion vaccines a year. Moderna, a world-saving company. That's how I describe it. They're not only revolutionary in the sense that they're using this revolutionary technology and biotech to manufacture these vaccines, but they are a world-saving company, and you can't put a price on human lives. I mean, in this sense, it kind of is, in the sense that it's obviously a publicly traded company, but you get what I mean, right? You can't put a price on human life. They're doing the world a great service, and they deserve to be compensated as such. And again, taking market cap and current share price into consideration, I wouldn't be surprised to see it at like 20x almost, okay, upon the news of that. All right, but getting back to the actual price right now, we saw a great day of Moderna. Moderna up 8.6% today. When the market opened, it was actually up 6%, or 16%, I'm sorry. So up 16% today. Pre-market dipped down, just because that's how the market is sometimes. Kind of juked out some of the retail investors. So it dipped down. It was up 8%. I actually added to my position today. As you can see here, I have Inovio right below this. Inovio is definitely lagging behind Moderna. They announce earnings pretty soon too, so it will be interesting to see how that plays out. But for any of you guys who I have been talking about Inovio a little bit as well. For any of you guys curious as to how I'm managing that position, I did decrease that. So now I have probably a 6-to-1 Moderna to Inovio ratio. All right. Based on this morning's news, I'm far more bullish on Moderna than Inovio. So I just wanted to let you guys know that if anyone was curious at all. But yeah, I'm super bullish on Moderna right now. And I'm going to let you guys know why I believe that it can easily hit $100 within the coming weeks, even prior to going on to phase 3 or releasing news of a good vaccine. Okay, news of a successful, like steadfast, like rock solid vaccine. That could shoot this thing. I can't even imagine where this could potentially go if once that news is released, if it does happen to be released in the future. But I'm going to be talking about kind of hype cycles here and how hype cycles work. So in a previous video I made about Moderna, I actually since the beginning, since I've been talking about this since the first video I made about Moderna, I've been mentioning the fact that it reminds me a lot of some of these bubble bull markets we've seen in the past. Okay, so cryptocurrency in 2017, cannabis in 2018, and I'm actually gonna I have a chart right here that was a poster child of that 2018 cannabis bubble that formed, because I want to show you guys how it can how a stock can perform when there's so much hype and so much FOMO behind it. Okay, which is gonna, in my opinion, be what's gonna happen to Moderna. Okay, so as you can see here, this is dating back from like the beginning of February, and this obviously doesn't look exactly like it, but it looks very similar, right? So see how there's a lot of ups and downs, but it is gradually making its way significantly up. So it's developing a very parabolic uptrend. Okay, the same as Tilray did here. All right, had some downs, had some ups, but the reason I want to compare these two is because I believe we're like right here. Okay, so you see this up, we had some capitulation, we had a correction downwards, little gap right here, and then a spike up. Okay, so that's exactly what we saw here. Fell down a little bit, but I'll show you guys. This is all, don't worry, this is all to come why I think it can hit $100, if not 200 in this case, if you want to get specific about it. Okay, so over the course of the next coming months, again, I said we're like right here. We're like right here, right? Or no, sorry, right here, okay? So from September of 2018 to, look, this is so crazy. So from mid-September of 2018 to just the end of September. So this was a week that Tilray went. Wait, sorry, did I say we were right here or right here? Anyway, even right here. So $100 to $300. Let's say right here. I should have kept track better, sorry. So it went from $80 to $300. Okay? So that's insane growth. Okay? That 5x, just under 5x in the span of a month, okay? And that's a weed company. All right, that's just a weed company. And don't get me wrong, cannabis is, especially at the time, was viewed as a very revolutionary asset or industry. Like, it was just new onto the market. Tilray was the first publicly traded cannabis asset. There was a lot of hype behind it. But again, I feel like the hype behind a world-saving company, like this is going to save the world. Right now, you see all those vaccine studies that people won't do X, won't go to the gym, won't go hang out with friends, won't go to the beach, won't go to public restaurants without a vaccine. You see all that? The vaccine is the number one determining factor right now of when our economy will get back to normal, okay? So in my mind, in this crazy world we live in, a vaccine is that solidarity. And we are going to need a vaccine if we want to return to any sense of normalcy anytime in the near future, okay? So a vaccine is, again, I don't want to discredit weed, but I think it's a fact, a very obvious fact, that a coronavirus, a COVID vaccine is far more important than the cannabis industry. I mean, it is a de-stressor. It can be used as such for medicinal purposes, but just realistically, come on, like a COVID vaccine will change the world at this point, okay? So I wouldn't be surprised at all to see similar price action. Again, the prices the share price, the market cap for both of these are similar. I mentioned that in previous videos again, but due to those factors, it's not out of the realm of possibility at all to see Moderna potentially 5x. Okay, I know I just said $100, but if it follows suit like any of these previous hype bubbles have, I wouldn't be surprised to see Moderna 5x from its current share price. So easy math, 50 times 5 is $250 per share. All right, so that said, that is if it does execute on that bubble, that bubble bull rally. That again could potentially happen. I think it will personally. From a technical perspective, from a trader perspective, there are going to be a lot more traders coming into this just because it is a very volatile stock. So people will be trading it from a technical perspective. It's very easy just to draw this simple trend line right here, which we will draw like super bootleg. Remember that, but I mean, it has just been following these two very basic trend lines. Okay, so there, we'll call it right there. When I draw trend lines, I never go to the end. I kind of average just like in my mind this whole area and come to what I believe is an average. So right there looks about right. Again, it's been following this general pattern for a while. So even let's bring this down a little bit. It's like right there. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if in the coming week, I mean probably tomorrow, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if we see it hit like the mid 60s. But again, that's just trader. It'll probably hit this and bounce down a little bit if you do want to try to trade it. But again, I'm confident. Remember, not financial advice or investment advice, but I'm confident that we're going to see a bubble similar to Tilray. If you want to go and look at the cryptocurrency bull market of late 2017, it looks similar to this as well. Again, when you get into these hype FOMO patterns, there are very repetitive and very replicable just patterns that you will see in when things bubble up like that because of so much FOMO and so much hype. Okay, so again, go look at those. You can look at some other weed stocks and how they acted during this time too, or during that 2018 market. So go look at that if you're interested. This is just my take on why I believe Moderna, again, so much more valuable of a company in my mind than cannabis. So that is my rationale behind why I believe Moderna stock can go to the fucking moon pretty soon here. So just keep your eye on that. Remember, this is just my opinion. Go on to do your own research. I trust all you guys are smart and you will come to your own conclusions. And I trust you guys can do that. I'm just here to talk with if you guys want to talk at all about this. And just go. I know I kind of rambled in this video. If you want a more solid video on kind of the fundamentals and my views on Moderna, you can go watch some of my older videos. This was just like one I decided to make kind of right off the bat because we had such exciting price action today. But just let me know. Drop a comment if you want to talk at all about Moderna or any other stocks you're excited about in the space. Let me know what you think about this bubble theory. If I'm full of shit or if you're kind of feeling the same vibe. So whatever. Also, I appreciate it as always if you guys like the video and subscribe if you want to catch more content like it. Okay. So again, I appreciate you guys for watching. We'll close it off there. Always remember, take action, make waves in this world. Until next time, peace. I kind of scuffed that one. Peace.